how international operations complicates a compliance obligation of a company?
The directors give a statement in the board's report, which is director responsibility statement, where they have to comment on the compliance mechanism of the company, that company has a proper compliance mechanism in place, and that takes care of all the compliances that apply to the company. So this responsibility directly goes to the board for all the compliances that are there in the organization. So board is directly responsible, and because of which the independent directors always ensure that the company has the proper system in place that takes care of the entire compliance. Now, coming to the international, I think we have international presence. We have presence across Middle East. We have presence in Southeast Asia. We have a couple of facilities in US. The nature of business, our nature of business, and the compliances, complexities we have in India are comparatively higher in comparison to the facilities that we operate in overseas. But the implementation and the monitoring rigor that we see overseas is quite significant in comparison to India. At the same time, having the consequences of them overseas are quite severe in comparison to India. We have similar kind of severe and rigor in India as well, but the implementation at the level of the government and the regulator is quite different. So there are dedicated teams that takes care of all the compliance that needs to be done there. Those are not just limited to the corporate compliance that a company secretary is supposed to perform, or an accountant or a tax consultant or a tax person has to do it. There are many business specific compliances that are to be ensured. So we face a lot of challenges in mapping them out. Because every region, every country had different regulations which were different in terms of the practices that were followed in that region, the written legislations and the laws that were there. And we had to literally take help from the industry experts, the consultants, the other people who were into the similar business. And with their help, we had to map the entire system to such an extent that there was a proper monitoring in place for every geography, location and country wherever we have the plants. In that also, it depends. If I'm an operation and maintenance guy at someone's facility, my responsibility in terms of compliances will be very less in comparison to the facility that I own. Or if I'm doing an EPC work for some other person or some other company, again, the compliance burden is quite different versus the facility that I'm building for myself. So from the nature of business, the compliance changes. From the location, the compliance changes. And from the nature of business, it changes as well. So having oversight from everybody, having everybody's inputs, setting out the processes that were needed to make people responsible and accountable, and giving them role clarity as to what they're supposed to perform when it comes to compliance. I think that helped us in terms of bringing that clarity. And obviously, that the complexity grows at every level. In every country, you have different kind of challenges. Some challenges are written on paper, some challenges are adopted as part of the practice.